Friday morning, the big day. The big day. Got a lot of driving to do. We're just leaving Stockton. It's about 8:30 in the morning. We're headed to Springfield. Buddy Mike's with me. He's cheerful. It's early. We're gonna go down here to Springfield. I'm renting a car. I'm not driving this F550. I don't think the bank could give me enough money to buy diesel to drive this F550 to Ohio. So we're going to rent a car. We've already got the reservations for it made. Sheena stayed in Springfield last night. She had some stops to make this morning for Timber Tracker. We're picking up Sheena, and then me and Mike and Sheena are headed to Indianapolis first. We're picking up a fourth companion. Then we're going to stay in Zanesville tonight, Zanesville, Ohio, because me being the smart man I am, I didn't make my reservations in Cambridge in a timely manner, and I couldn't get enough rooms for the whole crew. So we're staying in Zanesville, which isn't too far. It's only 30 minutes out. So we've got a whole box of Vlogger thread shirts there. Whole box, big box, all kinds of stuff, like 3 of everything, literally 3 of every style and size, every color option. We got everything in there. So Sheena's going to be selling those tomorrow as well as doing stuff for Timber Tracker. So if you see Sheena, hit her up. If you see me or Mike, we'll direct you to Sheena. If not, we'll be doing videos throughout the day on our trip. So hope it's a good one. I've never been to Ohio. Here we go. Just picked up the rental unit here, and it's not the Range Rover or the Porsche or the BMW I was hoping for. We're in a Nissan Rogue. Mike is behind me in the diesel. We're going to leave it at my, see him back there? Hi, Mike. We're going to leave it at my house down here in Springfield. We'll leave it there with the weekend. Got all the boxes and everything locked up. Of course, we'll have everything on the back. I live in a fairly nice neighborhood down here, so I'm not too worried about things anyway. But Springfield's getting to be a rough place, man. It's not the place it used to be. Of course, I've had a place down here I've lived in Springfield. I still got my place in Stockton, naturally, where I spend most of my time. But I've got a place down here in Springfield too. I've lived down here for about 2 years. I kind of divide my time up between the two of them. A little over 2 years, actually. But it's nice because I do with everything with Timber Tracker and everything, and we do a lot of work around Springfield, so it's nice having a place down here too. I know as crazy as that might sound, letting all kinds of secrets out today about 2 houses, double life. But yeah, so we're going to leave the truck down there, and then we're going to jump in the old handy-dandy Nissan Rogue here. Head out, man. Head out. This thing is like a beer can on wheels. But I guarantee it gets better fuel mileage than that diesel, and I ain't putting the miles on my truck. So, onward! Alright, we're ripping down the road. It's me and Mike. Sheena had something come up, sick or some stuff there at the last minute, so just me and old Michael roaring down the road in this Nissan Rogue. Mike has pointed out the lion's den there.
Inappropriate.
No time to stop, Mike. No time to stop for the lion's den.
Yeah.
Funny thing about, or not funny thing, but hear about Lebanon, Missouri, Independent Stave, American Stave, the barrel people. Right there is the cooperage. Right there is they put barrels together. They're headquartered out of Lebanon, Missouri here. There we go by the old cooperage right there. Now hiring. Missouri cooperage. You know, I don't have a lot of good things to say about that company. They got a lot of stave stock out there, don't they? Wow. Yeah, I don't have a lot of good things to say about American or Independent, whatever they go by, which they buy in several different states. And I know they've got different buying yards and companies in different states, but it's all owned by the same people there. But man, I can't get along with those guys at all on logs. They just can't do it. Once upon a time, we sold them a lot of logs. I mean, a lot of logs for years and years. My dad sold them logs for years. I had some cousins that sold them logs. You know, even when I started logging full time, we were selling them a lot of logs. But man, they've got different buyers, man. I'm telling you, I cannot get along with them. I can't get along with their scaling system. I think they have one buyer now that I still like, and we get along really good. But I just choose not to sell them logs. It's just I don't cut a lot of white oak, but when I do, I just sell to a different market. I don't get along with how they scale their logs. I don't get along with anything they do on logs. The biggest thing is punctuality. They're buyers. They've got in this area down here, like in Southwest Missouri. They have no punctuality. They lack everything in punctuality, and that's a big deal to me. You know, if we've got an appointment, if we've got a set time where we're supposed to meet, man, I'm going to be there. You should do your best to be there as well, because I got things I need to be doing. And I ain't got time to wait around hours on you if you don't even show up, which is not uncommon for those guys. Just not a very good way to do business. But I guess when you're a big company like that, you kind of lose touch with the little guys like me that keep you going. So I don't know. I'm not thrilled with that company at all. So on the road we go. I guess we're going to do the Great American I-44, I-70 sawmill look-see tour thing. I know of a few more mills up here right along I-44, because we're on 44 right now. 44 to St. Louis to 70, 70 the whole way. I think Mike, he wants to stop into East St. Louis. He said he wants to go to the park or something, pick up trash.
That's me, charitable one.
Yes, Mike wants to help keep East St. Louis beautiful. So, down the road we go. We have made it to what I call intercity St. Louis. We are not in Stockton anymore.
Roll them up.
Yeah, roll them up. I mean, we got the pistola here. I don't go anywhere without a pistola. Actually, we got two pistolas. Mike's like Doc Holliday. He's got two guns, one for each of you. And
your Huckleberry.
Yeah, like I said, we're somewhere. We just got off I-44. I think we're going to jump on 64 so we can get ahead and cross the river here. But yeah, man, I haven't been like into St. Louis. Like when I went out and seen Wade back in January, I come through St. Louis. But as far as actually getting off the 4-lane, it's been years since I've been in St. Louis. That might be because I've really had not much desire to come back here for any such reason. Me and my ex, we always said we were going to go to a Cardinals baseball game up here, but never did, which someday I'd like to, but when I come up here and see this, makes me not want to go to a baseball game at all. All right, looks like we got the arch up here ahead of us. I see it there. Wonder if we can drive under that. Joking, of course. Something there. I don't know what that is. Is that Busch Stadium?
The Chi-Fits Arena.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I thought Busch Stadium was closer up here to the arch. I've never been to Busch Stadium. I've always wanted to go see a Cardinals game. I had an uncle that played ball for the Cardinals here in St. Louis. He played from 51 to 54 years and years ago. What a circus up here. Man, I'm in Kansas City quite a bit, just driving through there for work, up there buying timber. Man, to me, this is just a lot different in Kansas City. I don't know if it's just because oh boy, get over it. I don't know if it's just because I'm used to Kansas City or what, but it's different up here, man. It's just a whole different town. It's neat. I mean, it's cool to get to come see places like this every now and then, just to drive through it. And kind of makes you appreciate small town USA. I know that for sure. And where is Busch Stadium at, Mike? I wonder what they're building there.
They tore the Busch Stadium down and put the new one up there. That's the new one.
Is that the new one right there? That's Busch? No, that's Scott. That's where the Rams used to play football.
Must be on the other side.
Scott Trade. That's where the Rams used to play, I think. Where in the world? Maybe I don't want to come up here for a baseball game. it's right here in front of us. Here's Busch Stadium, right by the road here. We don't want to go to 6th Street. Man, I mean right by the road. That's the ball stadium right there. Man, that's pretty cool. Seriously, like right there, driving right by it. I never knew it was that close to the interstate here. You can't build a baseball stadium much closer to the road than that. For the second year, the Cardinals are not in the playoffs. Man, there's the arch. That's pretty cool. Of course, right up here, getting ready to cross the old Big River. I've never been up in the arch either. I've never really had a whole lot to do with St. Louis for obvious reasons as we drive through this mess. All right, man. Crossing the river, crossing into the east. There she is. Barges, barges, barges. I always thought that'd be pretty neat to work on a barge. All kinds of stuff. Road construction, a lot of big things going on. The river's pretty good size. Guess we better get off here and see where we're going. Illinois is a terribly flat state. We're just now getting into some trees. So I don't even know where I'm at. Somewhere up here on I-70 somewhere, but like I said, just now getting into some trees. From St. Louis clear to where we're at, it's been nothing but farm ground, row crop, flat as a pancake. Luckily, we've got satellite radio. The traffic's moving pretty good up here. We've been clipping along about 80 miles an hour. Got the cruise set. That's typical right there for any trip we take. So we shouldn't be too long. Pipe down over there. Shouldn't be too long. We ought to be in Indiana here before long. Not for sure how far it is to Indiana. Not too far, I don't think. You know where we're at. Where are we at there? Chicago, Memphis. Yeah, we don't want to go to either one of those. We're going to Paul Bunyan. Don't need to go to Chicago, that's for sure. Man, get shot up there. We're here on I-70, right at the Indiana-Illinois line at Terre Haute. And I think there's a bad wreck or something up here. Highway Patrol diverted traffic off I-70 onto this other little 4-lane deal. I think it said 40, US 40. And traffic, literally, we've been sitting parked for, I mean, it's starting to move a little bit now. We were sitting parked for a while. We'll be sitting again here in just a minute, I'm sure. But let's talk about me and how stupid I am. So I was on the phone with my buddy Kurt, telling him I needed to get gas. And we've got 26 miles till we run out of gas. Sleeping Beauty here, who slept through about the whole state of Illinois, he might be getting out and pushing while I steer to the gas station if we don't get somewhere real quick in a hurry like. But on the subject of trees, we've got some big cottonwood here. I guess not cottonwood's what they look like. Oh my gosh, I see a walnut. Looky there, a walnut tree. It's not a very big one, looks a pretty good tree though. Huh. That's a little familiar there. That's striking a chord. That's not a bad looking tree at all. This is what you do when you're a logger. You drive down the road and you're constantly looking at trees. So now we're moving. We're gonna hope and pray we make it to a gas station, where Mike's gonna work off lunch the hard way. So, like, we're stuck in a bad traffic jam here at Terre Haute. They've directed traffic and it's still moving at like a slow pace. It's probably putting us off schedule at least an hour and a half. We finally got gas, and that was scary because the first gas station we got to was out of gas because of the detour. And we were lucky we had just enough fumes in the tank to get us up the street to get gas. So we're back on the road now, but it's detouring us way out around. I mean, like, we're on side streets in residential areas. using Google Maps, and apparently everyone else is too, because traffic's just bumper to bumper. So I'm going to go ahead and put this video up. That way there's something for you guys to see today about our crazy trip to Paul Bunyan that we're not even there yet. So thanks for riding along with us today, guys, even though it was kind of a wild ride. Be sure to check us out on all the social media outlets: Facebook, Instagram, of course YouTube where you're at, Timber Tracker on Facebook, Instagram, timbertracker.net the website, Logger Threads on Instagram and Facebook. You can message us directly for those orders, or you can shop the online store. I've got a pile of shirts in the back of this little go-kart we're in. If anybody at the show wants them, I'm not going to run around heckling them, selling shirts. I don't have my name on them, so I'm not some carny. But yeah, hopefully see a lot of you guys tomorrow. If we make it there by tomorrow, we might make it there by like the end of the day tomorrow, the way it's looking. I mean, it's crazy, this traffic situation. So we'll get off here, but guys, have a good night, have a great weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow at Paul Bunyan. Catch you later.